All right, we're live here on YouTube, getting live everywhere else. Gonna let these people know what's happening. What is happening, people? What's up? What's cool? And what's happening, people? You're welcome. Welcome aboard to the second episode of the Meathead on the Mic podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about self-image. Okay, so it's going to get close to home. You might get a little bit embarrassed, but like not in a bad way. Just in a way where like you relate in a way that you don't really want to relate in. So, anyway, I'm going to invite some people on. Busy day today, but we got to record this podcast and get it going on. All right. You know what's happening, people. Let me know how your day's going when you join. I'm going to send out some invites over here on Facebook, Instagram, and on TikTok. Just going to invite some people really quick. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like button smashing right now. Let me know how your day's going when you join. Brady, what's happening? Hey, good morning, Reese. What's happening? If you can hear me, what's up, Reese? What's good? Regan says, look at the hardware in the back. I know, right? Check it out, bro. Don't put my tires too much. I will get carried away. What's up? What's happening, people? Let me know how your day is going. I'm just inviting some people over here on Facebook, and then I'm going to get some people invited on, where we got here? TikTok. And then after TikTok, I'm going to get some people invited on Instagram. So everyone's going to see me sort of hold the phone up close. You know what I'm saying? All right. Just inviting some people here. Boom. Yes. Let's get the house going on. Yeah, like fuck. Let's go. I see you on TikTok. I see people on TikTok. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. And last but not least, we're gonna get the folks invited over here on Instagram. All right. So let me know how your day's going when you do join. Um, let's do this. Let's do this. Let me know how your day's going. Let me know how your day's going. I'm just gonna be inviting some people over here, and then we will be diving into the meat and potatoes. Cool? Let's do this. Grady, what's happening? What's happening? What is happening? What's up? And nobody, please don't request to join the live. I'm not going to be accepting anyone at the live yet. I'm actually recording the podcast. Hey, girl, I see you. You know who I'm talking to. I see you. I see you, girl. Heading to the gym. Day is fire. Let's fucking go. I love to hear that shit. I actually just crushed it. Did my morning cardio, 4:30 a.m. Did my morning leg day workout. Fuck that shit up. Had 2 meals. Had 3 meals and a little bit behind on that. Normally by now I would have had 4 meals, but it's whatever. We're not here to be perfect. We're here to just do it. All right. So if you don't know how this works, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be talking to you guys and girls like sort of in between and out of the podcast. But during the podcast recording, I will not be speaking to anyone, but you are still welcome to drop questions, ask, many things, whatever you want to ask. She says chest day, bro. Let's go. See the pec bounce? You're allowed to ask questions. I encourage you to ask questions as I go along the live stream. And if you resonate with things, of course, you can like definitely, drop comments, but I won't be responding to you until after the recording. So stick around, stay tuned. The podcast recording won't be more than 10 minutes. I typically don't record longer than 10 minutes. So that's what's up. All right. So without what, okay, I got all the tongue twisters out. Nathan, what's good? You're a beast. Great Thursday so far. Better now seeing you. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for that, for those fucking positive words and the positive vibes, bro. That's the only dude on YouTube here watching and supporting. Go tell Brittany to join. You and her are fighting for number one on the top supporter list for YouTube. All right, let's get it in. Without wasting any time, we are going to dive into this podcast in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yo, what's good, meatheads? Hope you're having an amazing day. Welcome to another episode of the Meathead on the Mic podcast. It is your host, IFBB Pro, Matt Butale, coming at you. And today we're going to be talking about self-image. All right, but before we dive in, if you got any questions and you'd like to ask me, or tune into the live stream recording, you can search for me, Matt Butale, on LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. All right, so YouTube, again, if you do want to subscribe to my channel and see some extra meathead video content, you're more than welcome to do that. That's Matt Butale on YouTube as well. All right. So enough of that. Okay. It's time to embrace your inner meathead. It's time to dive into it. Let's dive into it. All right. So today we're going to be talking about self-image, guys and girls. All right. This is kind of like a very sensitive topic. And this episode specifically pertains to anyone who looks at their body and doesn't like what they see. Like, when you get out of the shower, for example, and you look in the mirror and you kind of don't like what you see in the mirror, Man boobs, anyone? Like if you're a dude, if you got man boobs, then you definitely know what I'm talking about. Or if you're like me, growing up skinny, you definitely know what I'm talking about when it comes to self-image and just having like a bad self-image sort of, we'll say, perspective, right? So again, before we dive into your sort of side of the story, I gotta be honest and I gotta keep it a stack and I gotta come from my perspective. So like in my perspective, I grew up skinny. I was like, I grew up skinny as shit, right? So like that's my reality. I grew up skinny as shit, and um, my self image, at least the way that I thought of myself, it wasn't really good at all. I'll tell you that much. It really wasn't that good. I would always try to like hide my skinniness, or I'd be ashamed of, just being skinny. It just, for me, I felt like it made me weak. And I'm not saying that everybody that is skinny is weak. I'm just saying for me, it made me feel that way. And I just didn't like it. I did not like my self image growing up. Like for the most of my life, I was pretty much like, fuck this skinny guy. I want to get huge. Like one day I want to be jacked. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much where I'm coming from. For you, you may not be skinny, you may be fat, or you're just somewhere in between and you just don't like your self image for whatever reason when it comes to, at least the things that you can change. All right. How many of you have ever felt that way? If you ever felt that way, let me know. All right. Let me know if you've ever felt that way. Just looking in the mirror, you're like, ah, shit, I wish there was something I could change about my weight. I wish there was something I could change about my shape, just not being happy with your self image. All right. So growing up, it was just a headache, always looking at the mirror, or at least going places in public. Like for me, I'll tell you specifically, this is kind of embarrassing. This is like vulnerable, but I got to be fucking honest. As I said, I got to keep it a stack with you. All right. So in high school, woo, I'm cringing. In high school, what I used to do was I used to tuck in my shirt like under my armpit and put my backpack strap over it and like essentially make it look like my arms were bigger, right? So if that's something that you did, if you're a skinny motherfucker growing up and that's something that you did, let me fucking know, because yo, I can't be the only one who fucking did that. Like there's just no way. I'm cringing when I say that, but yo, it's the honest fucking truth. And I know that for some guys and some girls, what they do is like they'll bring their pants all the way up to tuck in their gut. You know what I'm saying? Like that's something that that would have been your equivalent. Okay. And I'm not here to throw shame at anybody, because believe me, I'm cringing when I'm explaining myself. So don't trip over that. All right. So growing muscle was my antidote. Growing muscle was the painkiller to my pain. Like when I grew muscle, like when I decided to commit to grow muscle and change my physique, I was deciding not only to commit to living a healthier and like happier lifestyle, because the gym is good for you, regardless of your self image. I personally felt like, oh my God, like, yo, I'm actually changing this myself. Like I'm changing what I see. Like the reflection in the mirror is changing, right? And with that change, it didn't come immediate happiness. I'll tell you that much. It wasn't like I was immediately happy. But we're definitely gonna be talking about a little bit about that in a couple of seconds. But it helped me gain some confidence. Right, growing muscle and celebrating the small gains helped me gain confidence. So celebration, all right, key word here: celebration, celebrate. Keep that in mind for a couple of seconds. All right, so when I was able to change my physique, hitting the gym, with my friends or with myself, doing football, that's when I started wrestling too in high school, and just researching, bodybuilding. And shout out to all my meatheads that know and have watched Pumping Iron 30 billion times, because that's what I was doing. That was like my clinical research. Like I've got a doctorate in pumping iron, so that's pretty much what it was. But it helped me gain confidence and shift my perspective around my self image. All right, so now I want to share that experience with you guys and girls. I want to share that experience with you. I want you to be able to gain confidence and shift your perspective, your perception when it comes to your self image. Because I understand, like, you don't want to look like that. You don't want to feel like that. Right. But there's a way to go on about it. All right. So, what I'm going to do here, and again, this is my commitment on the Meathead on the Mic podcast, is I will always be giving out actionable value, whether it's in the form of 3 tips, whether it's in the form of 1 tip, whether no matter what, I'll be giving you 5 tips, 10 tips, whatever it is. I will be giving you actionable value, things that you can take away from this podcast that you can actually implement in your own life to get your own results. All right. So, here are 3 things that help me with self image. Okay. So, the first thing you've got to do, and it's very, this is so simple when you say it, it's like one of those easier said than done things. The first thing that you've got to do is admit to yourself that you're actually uncomfortable. Okay, so you've got to admit to yourself that you're actually uncomfortable. You cannot fix a problem if you can't identify it. Okay, you can't fix a problem if you cannot identify it. So to be able to go in front of the mirror, feel those feelings out. Okay, like to feel those feelings out and say, yo, fuck, I'm actually not happy and there's something that I want to change. That's step one. So although it's kind of like a cringe or like an uncomfortable feeling, it's a necessary feeling if you actually want to change your physique, if you actually want to change your perception on your self image. It's super fucking important. Okay, so lying to yourself, or and a lot of you guys, or mainly girls, in the TikTok space, I don't give a fuck, are gonna hate me for this, but this whole like self body positivity movement is absolutely bananas. It's bullshit. It's fucking stupid. If you're unhappy with yourself, you shouldn't have to like yell to everybody that you're so happy with yourself. That shit just comes off. Like it's confidence. That's what it is, right? To force somebody to believe something is attractive when inherently they think it's not is fucking weird. I think it's stupid. And as a meathead, I'm just gonna keep it a stack with y'all. It's fucking dumb. It's so stupid. I'm not for it. You're fat for a reason. You're uncomfortable for a reason, and you're here vocalizing it, trying to force everybody to eat that junk literally and figuratively, and just and buy that. But I don't fucking buy that. Like you're genuinely unhealthy. You know what I mean? Like it's not good. Anyway, enough about that roast because I honestly got carried away. But the thing is this, that self body positivity thing is only works if you're actually fucking like healthy and you actually like the way you fucking look. If you have to force people to say that you're beautiful, you're fucking mental. There's something going on with you. All right. So anyway, enough of that meathead. Let me just tone it down a little bit for y'all to actually take some value away from this. All right. So the first thing is you got to admit to yourself that you're uncomfortable, and you cannot fix a problem if you cannot identify it. So identifying it and just feeling that feeling of like, fuck, I want to change the way I look. That's step number one. So you're doing a good thing there. All right. So step number two, guys and girls, you've got to commit to doing one small task that will help you reduce body fat or gain muscle daily. All right. So one small task, right? So for me, going back to when I was like, you know, super fucking skinny, my one small task was just going to the gym after school. So after school, I'd go to the gym. Yes, I had gym class in the day, but I just didn't feel like it was enough for me. And like honestly, I'm what they call the unexterminatable gym rat. So the meathead was like coming out of me, and at the time I was like not able to not go to the gym. So I went after school anyway, just to get an extra workout because that was like one small thing to me. For you, it could be just going on a walk. It could be, walking your dog for 5 minutes longer. It could be anything, going up and down the stairs or just getting more steps on your Apple Watch. Like just one small thing, one small task that you can actually commit to either reduce body fat or to build muscle, whatever it is that correlates most with your self image perception. Okay. So I really also want to add, do not jump into everything at once. You will quit. You will fucking quit. Don't jump into everything at once. So for me, I felt this sort of burnout when I did football and wrestling at the same time while training 2 times a day at school, like separately. So that's 4 total training sessions a day, Monday to Friday. And I burnt out, but luckily, not luckily, I'm just gonna keep it a stack here. Your boy got fucking kicked off the football team because of his grades. So I was forced to only do wrestling, which was a blessing in disguise because I was getting burnt the fuck out and I wanted to quit. I was genuinely gonna quit anyway because I was like a starter on the football team and I was focusing on wrestling because I was really, really good on that. I finished second in Canada as a freestyle wrestler in the 63 kilo category. So I was doing way too much and I had to just like fucking tone it down. So again, guys and girls, commit to doing one small task that will help you either reduce body fat daily or build muscle, whatever one you're trying to actually do for your self image. All right. So keep that in mind, keep it contextual. Okay. Also, especially if you don't have a coach, it's going to be a whole lot harder to move forward, at least on the accountability side of things. You don't even need a coach, really. You need somebody that actually gives a fuck about your journey just as much as, if not more than you, just to motivate you. All right. And last but not least, I was talking to you guys and girls earlier about me celebrating the fucking extra inch on my arms, celebrating the freaking, the extra shoulder width and things of that sort. And this is why I'm talking about it. It's so fucking important. It's crucial. It's like paramount. You need to be doing this. If you do not do this, everything that I just said is just counterproductive. Like you'll actually change your physique, change your body, but those negative self beliefs will still remain prevalent. Okay, so you need to celebrate every single small milestone that you pass to eradicate the old self image beliefs. All right, this one is important. If you skip this, your self-perception will not improve. Okay, your physique will improve, but the perception of yourself will not. Okay, celebrate every small milestone that you pass so you can eradicate the old self-image beliefs. This one is important. If you skip this, your perception will not improve, and that's counterproductive. Okay, because you want to be getting healthier, getting more fit, while also getting closer and closer to the body that you actually want to achieve. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense, guys and girls. All right. Now it's time to take action. I hope I was able to deliver a valuable experience to you guys and girls today. Thank you so much for your precious time and attention. Also, if you want to join the Natural Nomad Academy and join the Meathead Locker Room community, it's a private community on Facebook, feel free to DM me and I'll see if you'll be a good fit. All right. Let's embrace your inner meathead together. All right. It's been nice chatting. Hope you like what today's topic was about. Matt Butale signing out. Boom. Podcast is recorded. What's up, folks? So I was like about 10 minutes for the podcast. Nathan says, should schedule some meet and greets in the States. Yeah, want the abs popping. So yeah, maybe so I'm gonna be competing in the States later on this year. So I don't know if fucking people actually know who I am and give a shit, then I'll do a meet and greet. Or if you can get a whole bunch of people like you to come by, then I'll definitely meet and greet you, however many people you can bring, even if it's like 5 people. I don't care. What's up, Harlan? I appreciate you for joining. Renee, what's good? TikTok, there's not much over here. There is not much over here. Okay, so let's look at Instagram if I got anything over here. So what do we get? Tyson, what's good? Dre Day, what's happening? Dre Day was laughing. Don't kill me. I can't even pronounce his name properly. Forgive me, God. Tove. Okay, so I know your last name. So it's Tova Vanderveen, I think it is. Says, love this topic, especially from a man, mad love. You know what it is, Tova. I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in and giving me the time out of your life that you know I'll never get back. Leroy, what's happening? Oh, my big sister tuned in. What's good, Gaza? What's happening? What's happening? Leroy, he's laughing. Priyan, what's good? Thank you for joining. Mac, thank you for joining. Nick, what's up? Yes, Tova, you know what's good. Lukey, what's up? James, Doughboy, Ryan. Tyson says, if we celebrating my games, I'm finna celebrate every week. All right, guys and girls. So that right there, that's from Tyson Barrett. He is a client of mine. He's an actual natural nomad. He's in the Natural Nomad Academy himself, and he's just fucking murdering it every single week. I'm so excited to see this guy's check-ins because he's fucking killing it. Like, it's not even funny. So yes, we celebrate every fucking week, and he knows when I open up that check-in, I bring that fucking energy, and I'm celebrating with this motherfucker too. That's what's up, baby. Let's fucking go. Leroy's like, body positivity is BS. I didn't lose weight and get jacked for no reason. Yeah, bro, fucking and type it down for us because I forgot your numbers specifically. But how much weight did you fucking lose? Your transformation was wild. Like, share that with us. Share that with us right now, real quick. We got 4 minutes here on the air, and then I'm gonna run off. But yo, I want to hear that. Leroy. We got 4 minutes here on the air. Type that out. I'm gonna give you time. At 12:30, we out. Okay, so just let me know. Yeah, Dre, image is everything to you. Like the person, to me, to myself, and you to yourself, it's everything. Like, let's face it. Like, yeah, we know we're gonna get healthy, like training and all that shit. Like, it's for your health, cool. But you really are doing this because you want to change the way you look. Like, let's face it. So you're right. Yeah, the image is like everything. Even though health is like the number one priority, image is everything. Totally agree with you on that one, bro. So Leroy is like 60. So that's what it was. Dude lost fucking 60 pounds. 60 fucking pounds, man. So yo, congratulations. Although it's way overdue because this happened a while ago. Before I even met you. So I already met you as the new Leroy. I didn't get to see the old Leroy, but yeah, man, that's fucking wicked. Congratulations on that. Tova, what's good? Peace and love and muscle and protein. Let's go. Yeah. Want the abs popping. Nathan, yeah, work on that. Let's work on that. Make that one small commitment, bro. Sipping on some Smurf water over here. It's literally pre-workout because if I don't have my pre-workout at the afternoon, I'll actually die. I don't drink coffee really. I just making coffee is such a process. I'd rather just pour something in water and go on with my life. Again, yo, Dre, I won't be taking people on live. I only got 3 minutes on the air. I got a super fucking busy day today. After this, I've got to chop up and edit the podcast, drop it, and then go tend to my clients and make some fucking ebooks. I didn't tell anyone I was doing that till now. So if you watch a live stream, that's the point of watching the live streams. You get exclusive behind the scenes access and you get to talk to me instead of just listening to my podcast. So Leroy says I was about 220 pounds of all fat, then dropped down on 160. Then I started lifting ever since. So yeah, man, dude, that's the way to go. And I know self-image was the main thing. I mean, health is like the reason why we're doing shit. Like it's the main, it's the top priority, but image is the main reason. You know what I mean? Like you don't like the way you look, so you do the thing and you fucking get shredded. Um, he says, so Leroy also says, what do you think of INBF and WNBF? So this is one thing. If you're asking me personally, it's cool that they exist. Like, go them, but at the same time, it's not. It's there are competitive WNBF pros. Don't get me wrong. There are competitive WNBF pros. Don't get me wrong. But for me, if I were to compete in WNBF, I wouldn't really like it because, well, first of all, I'm going to bring up one of my friends, and I'm not saying this to shame WNBF or him. He's actually, this is not even shaming him. This is just to show how amazing he is and how like weird it is in WNBF specifically. So his first show he did, he was 18 years old, and he turned pro. Like his first show, like my first show, I didn't even win overalls, and I was competing in the Canadian Physique Alliance, so that shit was like actually fucking difficult. Like it wasn't even a walk in the park. I know for a fact though, if I were to compete in WNBF, my first show, I would have won and turned pro. Like I would have just turned pro, and that's just like it takes away the grind that is necessary as an amateur in order for you to like be a successful professional. Now, don't get me wrong, I haven't competed as a pro yet, and I'm going to be having my pro debut in the natural Ben Weeders by the end of this year. But I already have that thing in my head. I mean, if it wasn't from bodybuilding, it would be from wrestling and football, like knowing how to take a loss and moving forward and like progressing and growing with that. So Nick, my boy's name is Nick Wilde. So I met him in person at least because I've known of him for a while, but I met him in person at the business seminar that I attended last week. And while we were out for dinner, we sat down with each other and talked. And he said he's actually going to be moving over to competing in CPA. I know it's confidential, but it is what it is. He hasn't done it yet, so when it's done, it's done. He's just going to do it, and the world's going to know anyway. And he's young. He's 21 right now. He's WNBF pro, and it's just like, yeah, you know what I mean. That's just like what it is. So I personally wouldn't compete in the WNBF simply because of how easy it is to turn pro. Also, it's who gives a excuse me though, but who gives a fuck about WNBF pro card? Everybody gives a shit about the coveted. Like you see that card in the background, the IFBB pro card. That's the only card that fucking matters to me. Why? Because Arnold Schwarzenegger had it. Why? Because Ronnie Coleman had it. Why? Because Jay Cutler had it. Why? Because the biggest names in the fitness, Chris Bumstead, the biggest names in the fitness industry have that shit. It's not the WNBF guys. And although it's fucking salute to them, and we're all like, I'm natural just like they are. It's like, just don't care about it. I'm sorry, not sorry. I just don't care. All right. So, that brings us to the end of this today. Thank you so much for your questions and your time. We will be dipping out. I'm 1 minute overtime over here. I'm supposed to be off 12:30, but I got a little bit carried away. So y'all got me today, but we will be back again tomorrow with the last live stream / podcast of the week. You know what's good, people. Hope you guys and girls have the sickest motherfucking Thursday of your life. We out. Boom.